Hey everybody, just trying to adjust and plug this in so it doesn't, the battery doesn't, or yeah, the battery doesn't die on me. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like that, so this way. I guess can I pull in some? Pull in just a little. Okay. Alright, we good. Alright. So, I decided to do a pour. I didn't even give it a whole lot of thought. I know it's gonna be a swipe pour, but it's something I've been wanting to do for a minute, which is to just pour a bunch of colors around and then swipe and then stretch it out. I always say I want to do it, but then it seems so simple, and I end up trying to do something more complex. But you know, I got some devastating news today. My father passed away, and I just wanted to do something, do a painting. So I got some colors based on some things that I've seen with him in the past. His uniform shirt at the hospital was this color. I think it's like is that a blue green? I don't know. I guess a dark blue green. So I'm trying to get some lo-fi music in the back. When he worked at Eastern General, his uniform was close to this color. And then I remember him wearing a suit that was that color. And I remember the lightest color shirt that I saw him wear was, I think, this color. I think it was a little off, but this just reminds me of it. And my favorite color that I saw, don't ask why, don't judge, but in the 70s he had two suits that I remember. One was a sky blue and one was an off yellow, like around this color. Now this is my favorite color, so I'll be honest, that's the reason why I chose it, and I put some cloud mix in there to make it this light. But when I was trying to figure out what colors to make, I got a flashback of that suit. You know, in the 70s, they were a little loud with their suits. He wasn't one of them ones that wore the platform shoes. He would wear like the Stacey Adams shoes or whatever, but he would wear like the Godfather hat and, you know, a um, nice suit. Like, you know, Easter suit type thing. So I said I'm just gonna pour those. The only thing I have to do, of course, you all know, is make sure that the paints are all the same thickness. I can't think of what we call that, but I'm just gonna say it like that. I'm just trying to find something. I had something right there that I could use, but I don't see it, so, oh wait, what did I do with it? It's on the side. It's okay, this is right here. There's a couple of colors. Let's go with this. We'll use this and see. I try to save these from from the canvas, and I have so freaking many. It's like, okay, at what point Or are you gonna stop saving them? And just realize you have enough. As much as I buy canvas, no matter what canvas I buy, I always want something different. I don't know what that is. I think it may kind of, I hope it doesn't, but I think it may kind of speak to me as a person. It's like, I'm like Prince's mother. I'm never satisfied. Whatever I have, I want something else or in addition to. So, yeah, I buy, if I showed you the big canvas that I had, and then since I've had them a couple of years, but I'll still turn around and go buy other ones. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put them, let me make sure you can see that. Yeah, look at there. Oops, I better move this remote. See, I already got paint on my remote. Jeez. That's probably why my TV remote stopped working. I had to buy another one. It's actually not, I had to buy another TV regardless. I don't know why I'm putting on lo-fi music, because lately I've just been wanting to talk. I don't know that I'm gonna talk today. Well, I'll talk, but I don't know if I'm gonna talk a lot.
Are you feeling drained during the day? Well, here is a natural way to support energy.
Alright, I'm coming. I wish I knew where there was another lo-fi free music channel that I could put it on, because I don't want anything that's going to make me think. I actually wanted to do this to take, I'm going against the grain. I really don't feel like doing this. Alright. What am I doing? I'm getting ready to come online on my phone. Just in case I see you guys. You want to say something. I'm actually going to go under another name, because for some reason when I'm in there I can't see. Jeez. I'm trying to find the channel. It's not looking too good. Hold on. Alright, I'm in there. Good. Oh, you said, hello, the BPM Life. You said, what am I working on tonight? I don't know if you heard, but yeah, my father passed away, and so I am just trying to do a painting. Okay, I'm reading your messages. Oh, yeah, okay, so you did see it. Thanks for your condolences. Yeah, my father passed away, and I'm just a bit of a hot mess. But, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I just gotta make sure that all these are the same consistency, or else I'll have a little bit of a mess. It just won't turn out right, and you know me, scrape clean. I will scrape the stuff in a heartbeat. So I'm just gonna do a little test. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a little thick, ain't it? I'm gonna do enough so I get a drip. I don't even know why I count. I never stick to the count. Hopefully these are all the same consistency. And hold on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we got this color. I put a lot of this would have been darker, but I put 1 part paint, 3 parts Floetrol. I'm gonna look to see if he said something in 1 second. Trying to see if I got enough. That's coming out kind of fast. That came out fast. It's gonna be thin. I think both of these are the same thinness. I don't think they're as thick as the others. See? Alright. Here we go. Yeah, see? These 3 are good, those 2 are thin. Okay. How we wanna do this? So I'm gonna have to put, I'm trying to decide. I don't think I wanna make these thin. Because I like it better when it's thick. I have more time to, figure out how I wanna lay it out or work on it, you know what I mean? So, I'll put that over there. And which one? It was these 2 that suck, right? So I need to make them thicker. What do I want to put in to make them thicker? Do I want to put cloud? I don't think I want cloud. I think I'm going to do blue. I think I'm going to do blue. Primary blue from Artist Loft. Hey, Jazz. Yeah, I gotta add some more paint. I'm glad you said who it was, because I was like, I know I should know this person the way you were talking, but I just couldn't figure out. I'll be bugging Jazz in my headspace right now. If you didn't know the better, you'd think I puffed a joint or 2. Cause I know I'm old school. I probably just told on myself my age by saying that, but yeah, I think that should be enough. But I know I'm gonna have to test them again. Can you see this? Thank you, Jazz. I appreciate it. So those of you who are looking at this video later, that's my friend Jazzy. Yes, Jazzy from Sony. I wish, you know what, Jazz? I gotta start texting you, seeing if you could, because I found out that when I go live, I could actually invite somebody and we could both go live. Now, I don't know how the heck that works, but that should be real cool. It's getting thick. You know it's getting thick when your hands start hurting when you're mixing it. But I gotta mix it up good, because if I don't, I have problems. Now I thought about layering it in this cup and then pouring, but then I said, you know what? Before I mess around, because I've done it before. I did a video too, and I apologize if anybody saw it. I think I apologized in the video. I apologize again. I did all of this mixing, and then when it was time to paint, the video was almost, maybe it might have been 40 minutes of me mixing and changing and filtering, in case some of this dry stuff around the edge got in there. By the time I was finished, I was so exhausted that I said, nope, I'm doing it tomorrow, y'all. I can't do it. And I think I named the video "Know When to Quit." Or was it no Texas? No one Texas Hold'em. I think that's what I called it. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I'm trying to see what you wrote. This daggone thing. Oh, you said I'm down. All right, cool. I definitely do that. All right, see how it's turning blue? Getting a little bluer. Blue is always my go-to color. Always my go-to color. I have another friend that I have to call. Her mom had passed, and right after she passed, I think it was last year, and right after she passed, I was calling her, checking on her for a while, and you know we would talk, and then as time went on, it was less and less. I mean, I know I was dealing with the whole seeing if cancer came back and all that, but somehow or another, I stopped calling, and when I felt what I felt today, I started feeling guilty. I was like, yo, this is horrible. And I wasn't seeing my father every day. She lived with her moms. So that's some bull crap. I was telling my cousin, we more like brother and sister, but I was telling him, I said, you know, I didn't get mad at God and start yelling at God and saying all the stuff like some people do. I said, but I was kind of like yelling, not in a disrespectful way. But, you know, I know that, but my grandfather was the Baptist minister of a church. So I've been to more weddings and funerals than a little bit, like literally. But I think this just hurt because I kept on saying we was going to spend time together. And I know he was getting old and I wanted to see him and spend time, and I kept saying it. And he asked me about coming in February. I said, you wait good till it get ice cold outside. And then you said you want to come. I was like, let's do it when the weather breaks. So we had planned on April. And then April came and I was doing grants and stuff. And then I said, okay, you ready? Because I can, you know, we can hurry up and do this real quick, get you here. Then I can finish the grants, then we can spend time. He said, give me another month. I said, all right, sure. He said, yeah, give me another month. Then next month, he said, give me another month. So then finally last month, he was like, yeah, no, I already made up my mind. I'm coming next month. And then this happened. And so when I went off today, that was the core reason why I went off. Because I was so freaking mad. Because, you know, you always told by the elders when you're young, you know, not to put off, you know, seeing your loved ones. Because what do they say? No one ever knows the day or the hour. You know what I mean? And they say life is short. So I was mad that I put it off. And when I tell you mad, I was yelling, but I wasn't yelling at God. I was just yelling at myself and yelling at not, you know. Man, I was so pissed, Jazz. Man, I was pissed. It's like, what the F? I want to curse right now. I was like so mad because I was just like, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm getting started. I think I get a pass today. I wasn't even gonna paint. My granddaughter was like, you gonna paint? I was like, nah. And then I was saying, why not? You just sitting here. I was looking at TV and it got to a point the TV was looking at me. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead. Go ahead and paint. And then I have another painting that I want to do. It's like a dot painting. So if I was going to do any kind of painting, that's the one I would have wanted to do. But then I remember I wanted to get rid of these colors. So actually I didn't have the pink. The pink was over to the side. But I just said, nah, let me go ahead and get rid of them. So if you watch me, you know I like blue to be the star of the show. Some of that blue gonna come out. I'm gonna let it get real thick. go real wide, so that this way, I can't stand when I make a painting and that blue don't get a chance to show up. That's some gorgeous blue. Remember when you were younger in like daycare and they bring out the jumbo crayons or whatever and that blue looked like that? It's some nice blue. I just want y'all to know I put too much of that paint. That beige is like literally still in the show. Literally. So I'm gonna put this right here. I do some real funny looking stuff. I don't know if I've seen the people who've been doing this for 10 years. I think I've seen them do, because I watched them for a whole year, back to back. And I think I've seen them do a lot of stuff. But I come on and I just start doing some stuff and I'm like, I wonder if anybody ever look and say, what in the world? And I think part of reason why I don't mind is because I used to be in the Painters Union, the International Brotherhood of Painters and Allied Trades. You know how all of the trades had a union? Well, that was the union for painting. Painting, wallpaper hanging, and spackling, all that good stuff. I think they even included asbestos as time went on. But because of that, I did a lot of painting, and so I just, don't get me wrong, I'm not the best at things like painting a person's face and all that kind of stuff, but just paint period, it's like second nature to me. Even though I haven't done that in a while, the training that I had, and then I think maybe 2 years that I did it, maybe more than that, but maybe about 4 years, about 2 years of training, and then being in the union as an apprentice for a while. I know I'm scooping up some blue. I'll put some of that back. I just, I may not know how to do a lot of the different styles that a lot of the other artists know how to do, but I'm so comfortable with paint. I don't go bananas off certain things. Like, I've literally never saw anybody start painting and then say, oh, you know what, let me scoop that up and put another one down. Not that it's a big deal, but kind of weird. All right, I'm gonna do a little scoop because I really wanted some of that blue to show. There's certain colors I'm just really partial to, and blue is one of them. I don't know why. Well, I was partial to a lot of colors, but when I first started watching everybody paint, I started noticing, like, wow, everybody seems to be making blue paintings. They'll do other colors, but I don't care how many colors they do, they always come back to a blue on blue, even if it's like 3 or 4 different shades of blue. And then after some time, I started realizing these, in fluid art, blue paintings hit different. They don't hit the same as other colors. They look so different. All right. Let me just rinse this because I only bought one of them out. I'm so blessed that my sink is right there. I don't have to go down yonder. Yeah, I do the stranger, you hear me? I do the stranger. I do the strainer, because otherwise I would be wasting a lot of cups. So if I'm doing a certain pour where I can just use the strainer and do it directly on the canvas, it saves me from having to, go bananas. But granted, this does not come out the way I want it. I want it to go like that with a couple of colors, and somewhere I started talking, and you know how I go when you start talking. Yeah. Then I have to sometimes stop and pay attention because it's easy to start bungling. See that, what happens is that paint that be around the edge, it dries up, and when it dries up and you pour like this, some of it gets loose and it falls into the painting, and then when you get ready to paint and it dries, it lifts that area. And then you look at it and see that paint lifted and be so mad. I have another painting that was starting to, it had a little piece of something in it, and I picked it off. I was painting over an old painting. So I picked it off, and the freaking thing started lifting up the paint that was under it. So I hurried up, I torched it, I blow dried it, and I put it under the air conditioner. And so it dried, and I said I'm gonna let it get real thick, and then I'm gonna sand it down. And then that one, I'll put resin on it, because the resin will harden it all, and it won't even matter. And it'll level it out and everything. So I got the blue, green, the blue. This was pink, and then I added some red, and then I started putting some of this in here because I thought that maybe I might trip over getting some, what is that? I don't know, what's that color? Not fuchsia, magenta. But it's like a salmon. I don't know, I'm gonna be honest with you. When we start talking red and going into pink, or red going into orange, I don't know. My ex-husband used to tell me he think I'm colorblind, and I didn't believe it until his son, who was like years later, said to me, I think you're colorblind, because you can't see that's orange. And I was like, oh my God, all over again. So I said, maybe I am colorblind. No, you have to. Yeah, I do. I haven't started using resin yet, but I do want to. To be honest, I haven't started. I've been really intimidated by it, but I just know, how resin works. When I say intimidated, I'm talking about I've got a box that I've had for 3 years. I have not opened it yet. It's probably going on 4. Because I bought it thinking that I was going to, start doing some painting and doing some, the little resin chest pieces and all of that. But, see, instead of going and rinsing it, I wiped it out. I saw somebody else do it, but I said, this sink is right there. Thanks, Jazz. Thanks. I gotta, I'm gonna send you a link to my dream series that I started doing on YouTube. Man, one of them I got 1,000 hits, and I only stopped because I stopped having those dreams. But I had dreams that was like taking me from this world into a whole other. Ooh, what the heck is that? Oh, that's the stirring stick. I was like, what the heezy? That scared. See that stirring stick? That scared me. I was like, what the heck? I had lumps before, but good, googly moo. I was like, the heck kind of lump are we dealing with here? See, this is what I wanted to do. Alright. This is not the way that I pictured doing this. This looks really weird and awkward. And it's a good thing I didn't try to force all of those other colored paints, because this is enough. This is definitely enough. See those little bits in there in that yellow? Little things, they come off the rim. I put satin enamel paint in here, so it dries around the edge. See that white? That was the satin enamel. That started drying within probably like 60 seconds. I'm sorry, this popped in my head, so I just said do it. What the heck? What the heck? Alright, let's wipe this off. Oh, thanks, Jazz. Yeah, I couldn't understand. Don't get me wrong, I knew the stories were interesting, but 1,000 views, I was like, whoa. And then I did put some images up there just so that people, when they're listening to it or watching it on YouTube, because on the podcast it's just the audio, but on YouTube I put pictures up there. So I said, when people are listening to it, they won't, just be bored, unless they're driving, and then they have to use their imagination. But yeah, man. When I tell you, some of them dreams that I had was crazy. And I'm trying to remember what dreams I had last night. Because you know how sometimes you think, wait, did I dream about that? I'm trying to see if I dreamed about something that, was trying to tell me something. But so far, nothing. Nothing popped up like, oh man, that's why I dreamed that last night. No. Some weird stuff happened, but that wasn't it. I was gonna put this green, but I'm not because I think that's enough in green to be too close to that blue green. So I'm gonna put this to the side, and I have some black here, but I think that black was my swipe. I'll tell you in 1 second because that smell hit your nose. One time that smell hit my nose, I said I'm either high or I'm gonna pass out, one or the other. No, this either don't have it or it's weak. So I don't know. Jazz, should I put some of this black on there? I'm looking, I'm waiting to see. Because I can tell there's a little lag between when I'm talking. Oh, you said no? I guess that's a short lag then. You said no. Alright. So I'll leave that. Alright. So Jazz, quick question. Do you know, did you ever see my videos when I talked about the swipe? How go over it with the swipe? Like this actually needs to be strained. I went to go. Oh, see that smell just hit me. If I start bugging, y'all know I'm high off this white. Should I do the black or should I do the white? I'll put this up here and sift it. And then I need to add some Floetrol to it because, well, it's supposed to be thick. This crap be like extra, extra, extra thick. And I don't need to add it. I use Penetrol in it to, make me get those circles, the little cells and the lacing. But I don't even need to add any more Penetrol because this smell just knocked me out. I promise you. You ever see people when they get high and they say they need a cigarette? I could use a cigarette right now. That's how bad that thing hit my nose. Alright, so you want me to just swipe with just the white? Oh, thank you. Yeah, about the uniforms. Yeah. Look at all that stuff in there. When I was painting last night, all of that stuff, see all them little dots? That's all the crumbs from around the edge. All of that was in there. Alright, I'm gonna put some more Floetrol in there so that I don't want to thin it up too much because it's supposed to be thick, but I don't need it too crazy thick to where we can't get some nice cells. I'm the kind of person, I need to measure, and I never do, but I really need to measure because I overdo everything. I just said I wasn't going to put a lot in there. I don't know if you could see it, but I actually did. I put a lot. See all them little bits? All of that, and I'd have had to look at my paintings. You gotta get down eye level. I'm tall as a beanstalk, and I gotta bend down, like you said, yonder, to try to look in there and see. Let me move this close so I can see what you're saying. But I got more paint on my phone. I can't even say paint. I got more paint on my phone. So, and when you mix it, see, I made it a little thinner. When you mix it, they say when you use the cell activator, and you mix it fast, it makes the cells smaller. I don't know if that's the same for Penetrol or not. I don't even smell the Penetrol in this no more, so I'm probably high. That Penetrol is fierce. Yeah, I had to go under my other name, Journey to Good Health, because when I come under here on as T Clinton, I can't see the live chat. I don't even comprehend it. So I had to come on here as my Journey to Good Health channel, and I might have to do that from now on because I can't see what people say, and it's not like, you know how on TikTok you'll see them looking and seeing what people are saying. I can't do that. Maybe I'm supposed to turn the thing around. You know how you have it so that the camera's facing you? Now look, all that stuff would have gotten my painting. Let me go rinse that crap out. Alright. So now I have that swipe, and then I have, what's my favorite? This is my favorite. This one right here do me justice. I think I like it because I play spades and this look like a spade. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I'm a little prejudiced. So like when I see these, it's like, oh yeah, it's nice, but, and my excuse always is, by the time I swipe it once, I've done the whole canvas. But what the real deal is this looks like spades. You know how that is. Alright, so normally I try to figure out which way I'm gonna swipe. I don't even know. This is from my father. The reason why I got up and paint, because my granddaughter kept telling me, you should go paint, you should go paint. And I was like, nah, but I was just sitting there looking at the TV, and I was like, it was getting to a point where TV wasn't helping. It was just making me be in the zone, and I was starting to get like little flashbacks of him when I was younger, or him laughing and him whatever. And then at one point I started falling asleep, and I started hearing this voice in my head saying, oh my God, how are we gonna deal with this? How are we gonna do this? Now this is day one, so I guess that's normal, but it made me wake up because I was like, oh no, I don't feel like going down that journey, you know, where you start thinking like, you know how dreams can make things seem real extreme? Well, the dream was making me feel like you're not gonna be able to handle this, you know? This is too much. I'm gonna try to turn this a little bit. I don't know if I turned it too much. Let me see. Why don't I ever look? Alright. Oh wait, did I take y'all out? Oh, you can still see. Okay. I just wanted you to at least see. I'm over here doing this stuff, and you're probably like, well, what is seeing my fingertips? Like, what is she doing? What is she saying? All right. I think I wanna. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot I got it on the spinner. All right. They're too small. I don't like it. I'm gonna let them do what they're gonna do, and I'm gonna get the torch and torch it. But I think I might have to put some more Penetrol in there. See how it looks there? We want them a little bigger than that. I mean, you can have it like that, but those things look micro. Okay, I see them. I don't know, can y'all see them? Like, I literally just saw some pop through. Okay. If they keep doing that, we're good. I might have too much yellow. Where did I put that? Let me break up some of that yellow. I love yellow, but good grief. Break that up a little bit. So I like how it's coming around on the edge, but that middle, I'm gonna go over that again. I used to not go over it, but I've been watching some of the others, and they go over it pretty good. They'll come this way and just cut through it. Maybe I don't have to come over there where it looks the way I want, but I want to come over that right there. So I'm gonna give it a little spin. Hopefully that doesn't go off the end. Let me move that. Get back over there. Get over there. Get over there. So I'm gonna spin it a little bit and see if some of these open up, but I don't think so. Some more open. I need more Penetrol. I'll torch it, cause whoa, look at me. Torching makes it react, so I'll torch it. Look at that reaction. And I don't know why, oh, you know why? I put Cloud Pour in the yellow. Because it was a real yellow. And I wanted it to be like a light yellow. Thank you, Jazz. You said God got you. Thank you. You said, don't overthink. Hey, Rachel, that's my cousin. That's my father's, I think, I was going to say oldest niece, but I forgot Donna was the oldest, but that's my father's niece. Yeah, we've been going through it, right, Rachel? Okay. Oh, you see them? Okay, you see them. I'm going to go through them, though, because they're not doing there the way that I want, but I'm going to put this right here and put some Penetrol in so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the Penetrol. I bought this a while ago, but this sucker is so strong, you only need a little bit. See, every time I say you only need a little bit, I always overdo it. See that little teeny bit? That was even, I won't say too much. It's enough for what I want, but I didn't necessarily need it. And this stuff thickens up so bad, my goodness. I gotta hurry up and cover it up. That smell is fierce. I told you, it smells so strong. I need a cigarette after I smell it. Have me flying to friendly skies. Have me so high. They tell you when you use that to wear a mask, but I think having worked in the painters union, certain things, it's just like, what? Get out of here. Like I remember even in the painters union, they used to tell us, it was a stripper that we used to put, to strip up, you know, certain oily paints or whatever. And they used to tell us, never sit on the bucket of stripper because you know, it'll get in your pants. It won't go anywhere. You got to get all the way home, and it'll burn through your skin. Well, I wanted somewhere to sit, and all of these older men who have been there forever, I thought that they would let me sit down. I don't know if they were racist or what, but they did not let us sit down because they were journeymen who had been on the job probably about 40 years, and we had only been on the job like 2 years, so they didn't give their seat up. So I was like, screw that. I'm not gonna just stand around. So I went in the other room and sat on the spirits, the thinners. Man, who do you think paid me or them? When I tell you, I got in the car and I was in so much pain. And my coworker, who was also one of my good friends, Renee, she was like, girl, you know we're not supposed to sit on thinners. And I was like, girl, I'm tired. I ain't trying to hear that. And she'll tell you, like anything else in my life, I suffered because I was trying to do what I wanted instead of what we were told. She followed the instructions, me as usual, trying to overthink things. It ain't all that. I'm sitting on the top. The top is on real tight. See, look. But your weight pushes it in. And then not only does it get into your, the pink thinner get into your uh, pants, but it dries up fast too. So I didn't even quite feel it. By the time I did, that little paper towel napkin wipe thing that I did meant nothing. I got in the car, I was like, ooh, my leg's starting to burn. This is hours later. And then and we was in traffic too, 45-minute ride home. By the time we was about maybe 20 minutes, my butt was burning all down the back of my leg. I couldn't go to work the next day. I got home as usual, got in the shower, did everything I was supposed to do in the shower, but I did it extra. Instead of a 20-minute, I probably was in there 40 because oh my God, it's hurting. It won't stop. And then by the time, I said, okay, by the time I wake up, it'll be all right. It dried, even though I went to sleep, it dried the skin down the back of my leg so bad that it scabbed up in just a couple of hours. It scabbed up from my butt going all down my leg. And both butt cheeks, by the way, but one worse than the other, and going down the back of my leg. And so by the time like maybe 12, 1 o'clock or whatever, woke up in pain or whatever, nothing would help. It was horrible. I just went, my mother used to always tell me, put Vaseline on it. She said it about everything. I even wrote it in my play, put Vaseline on it. Because she used to say that about everything. But this time I was away from home and I remember what she said, so I put Vaseline on it and it helped the pain. But the next day, all of it was just peeling off, all my dry skin. I guess the Vaseline helped because it dried my skin out so bad it started scabbing up right away. And then the Vaseline just started making all of the skin peel off. I had to call out of work. And guess what? We was poor young apprentice, and so I couldn't even call from home. We didn't have a house phone yet. I had to walk about maybe a little less than quarter of a mile to the phone just to call in to work and then walk back in pain. Man, oh man, the lessons you learn when you're young and dumb. That looks like it's gonna turn out. See how they opened up? I had to add more Penetrol, and I had to what else did I do? Well, that's probably just the Penetrol. I'm gonna try to, I don't know, but this comes off anyway, so I usually take a chance. And I hate that when I just do anything because that sometimes look better than anything. Look how that swirled on there. I'm just reading the messages. I know, I should have had a mask on. Yeah. Love you too. Yep. Burnt my butt. Something fierce. Look how it turned out. Let's torture it. That's what I was going for. And normally I hate to swipe over a swipe because sometimes the swipes look so good, but, and this is gonna look good. See how those just popped up? Let me do it again. It's the yellow. I put cloud pour in the yellow, and the cloud pour was satin enamel. So satin enamel, it's glossy. You know, water and oil don't mix, so. Alright. I'm trying to see what else. Now I gotta get a small one because I like that, but not enough to leave it. And actually, this is telling me, I think I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna come this way. I'm gonna come this way and then go through there. Because that's too milky and it's gonna try to make a cloud, and I don't want a cloud. This is too good. Alright. I'm sorry, y'all, my brain started thinking. That's the thing I hate about stuff like that, like Death in the Family, because you have to deal with that on and off bull crap. Being okay, feeling fine, not feeling fine. I keep forgetting this is on the spinner, I can spin it. I think maybe I'll come this way. Yeah, let's try that. I'm about sick of that red, that's what it is. And I'm sick of that yellow. I'm more sick of the yellow than the red. Alright, I like that better. I was telling in a couple of the other videos, I was saying I like this better than the plastic because I can do this as opposed to constantly wiping it on the cloth and then gotta waste money and water rinsing off the cloth. That little bit that I have to knock off. You know where I live, they tricked me. They told me, yeah, your rent is this amount and blah, blah, blah. We laughing and joking and everything. They smiling in my face the whole time that they knew that I had to pay water. Didn't even tell me. I didn't see it in the initial contract. By the time, the way that they have it set up, you make your deposit. You see the apartment, you make your deposit, and you get your keys, and then that's when they send you this, some type of certificate letting you know instructions or whatever, and then they tell you, oh, and this is where you have to pay the water bill. Now I done moved things in, I done gave you my deposit. I was so pissed. I was like, all right, God don't like ugly. You got that little bit of money, but you know what else you got with it. And if you don't, you'll see. I think I'm gonna leave that. It's gonna come off. It seems like a waste to swipe it. But I am gonna come through here. Told you I'm about done with that daggone red and that yellow. Alright, so it's gonna be time to, I'm gonna do one more swipe, probably in here. And I'm gonna leave that just so I can have some negative space. I'm just torturing so I can see what everything's gonna look like so I can make some decisions. Although I've gotten to the point where if I don't like something, I'll add more paint and swipe again. I don't even care. I just get tired of putting stuff to the side and say, okay, I won't worry about it, I'll just make planets out of it later. I said, I'm so done with the freaking making planets thing. I'm about done with this yellow too. And I love yellow, but This yellow getting on my nerve. And I'm probably not even gonna spike. I might spike that because I can't stand that shape. And every time you pour something when it first comes out and then you keep going, it makes that shape. So if nothing else, I might just get rid of that sucker. Ah. Alright, I'm gonna go like that. Ooh, look at that. Oh my god, y'all see that? That looks like a marble seal. That round circle. I'm not touching that. Oh, I hope I don't have to pour that off. Oh man. Look like a marble seal, and it also looked like a bull's nose with the ring in it. I didn't want to mess that up either. I don't know why. It's gonna come off. Like I should have just went ahead and everything around the edge is gonna come off. I wish I had some of that blue in the middle. I think I'm gonna move some of that blue in the middle, just to have some color. Alright, it's time. If I could be here all day swiping. I've seen people do it and I'm like, alright, that's enough. And then when I go to paint, I do the same things, like swipe city. It's like you don't want it to be over. It's like, it's fluid art. It's not, you're not painting the Mona Lisa. It's time to give it up. But the swiping, the whole thing about fluid art is it happens so fast. You spend more time mixing the paint than you do pouring and designing. So sometimes, like when if I was just doing this just for me, I would have painted, boom, 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 and then I would have tilted. I wouldn't have probably even taken so much time to list, to look or whatever. I just would have, if I didn't like it, fix it. I'm gonna take this and put this in another area, like right here. That's another thing that some people do. If they like it, they'll take it, like let's say I like this right here. They'll get something really big, like this, and scoop it up, then take it and move it somewhere else and do like that and let it kind of fall. I need to start doing it, but I'm always scared I'm gonna mess it up. Or I think I did do it once and it didn't look like it did from where I moved it. So I don't have faith in it anymore. Alright, I think we're ready. We're good to go. I don't know, should I spin it? Alright, I'm gonna spin it and then I will stretch it. I need to put plastic up on my walls back there because when I do one of them really big ones, that paint's gonna go everywhere. You're gonna see a circle. See the ring? I'm not liking this in the middle. I don't want to swipe it though. But I feel like I don't have a choice. Alright, I'm just gonna swipe. I didn't want to. I'm gonna make it real thin. I think when I make it, well honestly, I don't think it's so much as even the swipe. that has it looking so milky. It's the fact that that yellow, I put cloud pour, I put satin enamel, and that's a really thick white. And white and black takes over. I don't care what you do, it caused the show. Once white and black get in the mix, it's gonna be whatever that white and black decides it's gonna be. Like you have no more say so. I have my phone set to 11 o'clock, so everything goes black and white, and then I always look and I'm like, wait, is something wrong with my eyes? But that's when I know it's 11. Oh, thanks, Rachel. She said that's pretty. You said that torch is no joke. Actually, that's a little punk torch. You gotta see some of them other torches out there. Some of them torches out there, I get jealous. Like my little punk fire torch. Oh, thanks, Jazzy. Jazzy, why you say I'm so critical? Yeah, Rachel, I sell them. I only sold a couple so far because I don't put that much effort into it. You know me, all I'm doing is writing grants. I said last year I was going to stop because I do more writing grants to help a lot of actors. You know, actors suffer from depression. Yeah, they don't get a lot of work. You know, they say for every 100 jobs they audition for, they may get one. And so because of that, I try to, I made it my, oh, look, the Superman hero thing came off. All right, I'm going to try something. I don't know if it's going to work. I might be able to get that Superman hero thing on there. Well, it's not a Superman hero thing anymore, but it's on there. Alright, I'm getting ready to read what you said. I charge based on whichever one I do. Something like what I'm doing now. This size. Well, let's see how it turned out. But let's say if it turned out really beautiful and I like really loved it. Maybe 150. But it just depends, cause I ain't gonna lie to you. How I judge how much I'm gonna charge, it depends on if I love it so much I don't want to give it up. Cause I didn't know how much to charge, and I saw people telling me like, no. I sold one painting I think for 20 something, and when I told some of the other artists, they said whatever happened to them. When I told them how much I sold it for, they was looking at me like you gotta be nuts. But it was a small canvas. It was like a 10 by 10 I think, 10 inch by 10 inch, and it was cute. But I just was like, you know, and I sold it to a friend. They were like, you gotta be nuts. Yeah, cause these canvas not cheap. Now this one is a level 1, but some of them other canvas that I have, they're like a level 2 and 3, and they're huge. They're like I think the one I did last night was a 2 feet by 3 foot. Ooh. I'm trying to cover up my peach rug over there. I'm surprised none of it got on my phone. See how it did? Now that looks weird. My little Superman stretched out. Let me see. I gotta do something with that. That's bothering me. I don't know how that's gonna fare, but it was bothering me the way it looked. Let's see what's on the side. No, I don't like that color. I had this on the side. I was gonna probably put it on there, but I don't really like how that looks. So right now I'm just letting it do what it's gonna do, like the little chemistry it do. See, some of the cells are opening up and the other colors are coming through. Now if I keep spinning, that's my goal, then that yellow and red under there will pierce through that lacing that you see, and it'll look really nice. I just feel like I need to tilt it this way some. Because it's so bunchy, me tilting it this way is opening up those cells. Some of this may come off, but I'm not particular. Now I'm sold on this because of what's piercing through. Alright, I'm gonna stop. I have a tendency to overdo it. So the only reason why I'm doing this is to make it kind of like even so that I can spin it. Look at what's happening. That's a nice design. Normally I don't like when it do that, but it's making a design. Trying to block. Every time y'all see me step to the side, I'm trying to block my carpet. Cause I spin it, then I remember, oh shoot, the peach carpet. It's a new carpet I just bought. I actually like it, but I don't know if I like that though. And I don't even know about that right there. I feel like I'm in love with this. I feel like I need to just swipe everything. What y'all think? I hear you. You said when in doubt, add a 0. No, I don't have a pitch deck actually. For a pitch deck, for the podcast. Oh, dang. We did talk about it, and then a few things popped up, and then I said I was gonna, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's get that going. I want to do that like ASAP. Seriously though, Jazz. I'm ready to talk, and I'm tired of. No offense, I love because they probably hear this. They don't listen to nothing else, but as soon as I say something negative about them, they'll listen and say, But my other podcast hosts for the other show, they're millennials, and a lot of times, sometimes I agree, sometimes I disagree, and then sometimes I'm teaching. They teach me too, but sometimes they have these theories about things. Like one of them said to me, "Was my generation was the one that got up, and our generation, talking about millennials, got up and was doing the march, and Gen X and baby boomers wasn't doing anything." And I said, "Wait, what? What happened?" And I had to school them. I had to tell her, like, first of all, we did march, but I don't think anybody marched more than baby boomers. Like, they sitting in places getting dragged out, dogs suck on them, people sicking dogs on them. I was like, what? So, sometimes some of that stuff happen and it ends up becoming a class. I'm gonna do this. It turned out nice last time. Let's see. Look, that never comes out nice. I'm not gonna try it again over there. That's not too bad, but I don't know if I like it. Not when you see all of that up there. That looked like a freeway of some Mars planetary something, don't it? Is it just me? Am I crazy? don't know that I like this. It looked too like, I just feel like at this point everything needs to be swiped because it's like a whole situation happening. Maybe I'll leave just a little color. Just a little. Yeah, so I definitely wanna get that popping. What's EPKs? Wait, Jazz, why you say no? Yes, Jazz, I'm sorry, I had to. You didn't think, look how much better that looks. That color was starting to look like nursery school. Remember I said the crayons? Oh man, I should have looked back. Yeah, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take the plain color. Do you? Okay, so I could always come and put the color back. You think I should put some, like you think I should put some of this like blue, yellow, red, maybe to come across here to accent it? Oh, electronic press kit. Um, wait, I'm trying to see what you said. Okay, yeah, send them to me. I had some when I had my book, but I haven't done it in a while. But let me know. You think I should? See, now you made me feel bad. I'm like, dang, because sometimes when you painting, you don't realize what look good and what don't. You just so in the zone. Like I got so caught up with this here. Oh, okay. So you don't think I should go through it? Like I got a little color there. Maybe I'll just tease it. Maybe I could I don't know what the heck I ate, but oh, grapes. So I was like, why is it something constantly in my mouth? Like, should I do something like this? Rachel, what you asked me? How long does it take for you to paint a picture? I did answer, didn't I? I said it depends, because I could just be up here. Okay. It depends. Some of my videos are 2 hours. Some of my videos, I think I have a couple that's like 28 minutes, and the most of them are at least an hour. It really just depends. Sometimes I'm just not happy. And I try to keep going because if I don't like it, I think other people won't. And then I don't want to be stuck with something. If I need to sell it, I want to sell it and get rid of it. It's your fault, Jazz. Because you said color. No, I probably didn't finish it. I probably didn't finish what I was saying. Jazz, when the last time you was on Clubhouse? Every now and again I think about it. I wonder if I should go on there. every now and again. Ah, you said you'll take the blame. Nah, I think it do need a little something, not just full of swipes. Hey Rachel, I asked Caroline how George was doing. She said he's hanging in there. I said, is he okay? She said trying to be. So I guess I'll check in later. Alright, let me know if I should stop. I don't like that over there, Jazz. I ain't gonna lie. You know how you always say, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not particular about that over there. And I'm on my red kick now, so. I know, I know. That whole swipe thing, it gets addictive. Trust, one day I want you to come over and visit and I want you to do a painting. I promise you, you'll be going and buying paint and swipes and everything. I have to send you home with a couple of canvases and a few tools. Yeah, I'm hoping he's okay too. You said white? Where to LA? Jazz? I like that right there. I'm gonna spin it again just to get some off. I don't like this right here, Jazz. I think I kind of messed up with that. Jazz, why you laugh? We need to get on Clubhouse though, or one of them audios, cause I miss having a real good laugh. Remember that time that girl came on and she was acting like a stalker and y'all called her a super fan? I thought about that the other day and fell out laughing. Oh, Long Beach, okay. Oh, okay, yeah. He's getting the key to Newark September 5th, I think. Yeah. Feel like I'm a. Alright, y'all, I think I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and spin it and then be happy or be content. Look, all of this is painted over there. I need to let it dry. It looks nice and designer. I keep forgetting to stand over here to protect my rug. I'll turn that light off because I see it's blocking. I just want to look at it before I go spinning it again. One time I wasn't paying attention and I spun off all the good stuff that I liked. I don't mind if some of this spin off. I don't mind if that spins off. I definitely would love for some of that to spin off. And I wouldn't mind if that spins off. Alright. That was a big spin. Alright, I think that's it. Look like a crazy highway. I ain't gonna lie, Jazz, I can't do that corner. I tried. Let me see if I can put something in that corner that might look good. I don't have nothing on the side that I can scoop up and put there. So I may have to pour. Yeah, I have nothing over here that I can scoop and put there. Everything looks crazy. Wait, I gotta scroll up. I would love to come there when Uncle George gets the key to the city. Yeah, come September 5th. Call Shonda. Oh yeah, I think she was, you talking about the girl that you call a super fan? I think she was from Europe. Yeah, she was drunk, remember? And she was talking crazy. I had to tell her, I was like, yo, listen, I'm not the type. You can't be trying to be no stalker. I don't get scared. I get a little crazy. Don't do it. Don't do it. It was a guy that was like that. He thought they said don't worry about him. Don't get scared. He just likes to flirt with the girls and intimidate them. I said get scared of what? I was like tell him I'm not the one. You gotta know your people. I don't get intimidated. I just get protected. You know how they say call your boy. Call your boy. Call your boy. Alright, I'm gonna put some of these on here. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna put some of these on there and swipe with it. Alright, I'm gonna swipe with this. Isn't that gorgeous? Because I can't do this corner, Jazz. Oh, I missed it. I missed that part. Dang it. Alright, hold on. Boom say. You said spin, yay. My favorite part, yep. What about the other side? What you mean, the other side? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. She did say, I've been to all of those states. Dag, Jazz, you remember that? She was like, yeah, she said, I've been to New York, and she had an accent. I didn't really care so much. That's nice she was everywhere, but she was trying to tell us about the states. I ain't like all that white sticking up like that, like a sore thumb. Oh man. You right, Jazz. I'm about to swipe the whole thing because I don't like this over here neither. This is why I can't really say how long it takes me, Rachel. Sometimes I've done a couple of episodes or videos where, not episodes, but videos where I did the painting and I was done, and I was just standing up there astonished at how I was so content that it was like, yo, done, nothing else to do. This ain't one of them times. Because I think I put that cloud port in that yellow, it gave me a certain kind of look. I could look with it, but it has to do something. It can't just be cloudy like that. All right, let me see what Jazz said. No, Jazz, one of my friends. She's in the entertainment industry. Living on the left coast. Oh, you said don't do it too late, Jazz. They got y'all behind. We start out the same, going live on the same time, and then y'all be a few seconds behind. I mess around and chop somebody up, put them in a bag, and mail them somewhere. By the time y'all say, no, it wasn't him. I'm sorry, Jazz. I can't quit. Dang, I'm sorry. Too late. Even this right here, I ain't gonna lie to you, I wanna scrape it. I'm trying to live with it. I don't like this here. I tell you, this is a punk torch. You gotta see some of them other torches. Them things look like they're trying to start a house fire, a barn fire. I don't like it, y'all. Look, say what you gotta say, cause I'm telling you, I'm getting ready to scrape. I don't like this here, so I'm thinking of scraping that off. And I don't like this there. From there and all of this. I could live with that, but the rest of it, I don't like how that's on there. I don't like nothing above it. Jazz said leave it. Jazz, it gotta come off. Look at it, Jazz, look. Look at that. It ain't cute. All of this look like highways crossing each other and they real nice and swarmy. That look like what happened? Like whatever you did there, you shouldn't have done. That's how that looked. All right, Jazz, I'm gonna give you one last read. I'm gonna look, but I gotta do it. You said sleep it on. Jazz, you don't see that? Look at that. It looked janky. That's one of the words you taught me. It looked janky. Look. All right, Jazz, close your eyes. Close your eyes, Jazz. Had to do it. Couldn't live with it. Couldn't live with it. Don't scream. Maybe I messed with it too much. Maybe at some point it was fun and I should have left it, but that wasn't it. I'm gonna stop. Leave it at that. And then put. Alright, Jazz, I'm getting ready to look. Are you screaming? I know. I'm sorry. I had to do it. Yeah. I'm sorry. It just looked too crazy. So now I'm just gonna, and it's gonna look so much better. You'll see. Just watch. You'll see. Wait and see. Well, how do they say it on those TV shows? Just wait. You'll see. Like on the end of Oz or something. We're gonna be so much better. Oops, I dropped. See how much better that looks? Look at that. Look at that. See? Now I'm gonna leave that, but it's bothering me. But I'm just gonna leave it. But I gotta do this little drop right here because I don't understand what happened right there. I need a cup to put this in. Look how cute that looks. Jazz probably like, I don't want to hear nothing about no cuteness. Yeah, no, you had to see it in person, Jazz. It looked janky. For real, for real. And I think I'm gonna put some red there to kind of get rid of that. Or should I just... See, I'm scared to mess with this because that's how all of this got started. So I'm gonna put some of this. It's not even red. I don't know why I'm calling it red. But I'm gonna do this. I don't like that white there. Oh my god. Alright, y'all, please don't kill me. Alright, let me spin it. I don't know if y'all can see it, but whatever I just did is making some red and yellow percolate through. Yeah, see, there's colors under there. I'll leave that. I could live with that now, but look at that. I'm gonna spin it because there's colors under there that want to come out. Let me torch it first. Let me see what y'all saying first. Oh, no. Okay, no, Jazz. Oh my God. No, it was just that, this turned out good. It seemed like the first swipe that I do, it's leaving some stuff behind, but then when I take it and come here, it does well. A big yellow popped up through there unless I dropped something. I gotta wash these sleeves. I messed up a painting the other day. I bought like 6 shirts, like a 6-pack, just so I could paint and put it on. I gotta sew them sleeves up. I'm just trying to get off the excess paint, and then the air from when you spin it, it makes some of the cells percolate through. And I'm hoping that it does something, because I don't like all that weight. And I can't even look at it when I spin because I get dizzy. Alright, some of that is starting to... I want that white to go. Y'all, it's bothering me. Alright, I think I can live with that. That looks crazy, but it looked better than what it did. Alright, what y'all think? She said she gets sleepy. That doesn't look crazy. Yeah, I think it looks some stuff is coming through, so I think I could live with it. Like some more of the cells. And then if I poke it, when you poke it like that, sometimes other colors will perk through. That's it, Rachel. Let me see which way I would hang it. I actually think I would hang it this way. Because it just looks like stuff is going that way. Like waves of stuff happening. No, I don't know if I would do it that way. I could I could probably hang it that way. I don't know though. I don't like that one. Yeah, I think I would hang it this way. So that's it, Rachel. I'm done. You said leave it alone. Yep, that's it. I'm done. I was gonna spin it again, but I'm gonna stop because it don't make sense. Now I just gotta clean up all this stuff. And look, more. I don't know if y'all can tell, but more cells are coming through. This is my last torch. So I'm gonna stop, and then I got another painting with some flowers. I think I'm just gonna do until I get sleepy. But I don't know if I filmed that one. That one I started doing last night. But thank y'all so much for joining me. Jesse gave me the clapping hands. Yep, it's done. Let me know when you have time. I'm not gonna bother you, but if you need to talk, I'm here. Thank you so much, Jazzy. Love you so much, sis. Good night. It's pretty if you mess it up again. I'm getting off. No. I should take my hand and go. No, no. I'm good. All right. Good night, Rachel. Sleep as well as you can. Oh, I forgot to do my sides. Sometimes you forget about these daggone corners because you be worried about the rest of it. But for the most part, these corners they look pretty good. Yeah, they look pretty good. I think I want yellow in this corner. Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna try, but I don't know if I'm gonna get sleep tonight. I don't know. I think I might end up falling asleep from exhaustion. That's why I said I'm gonna do another painting because I don't know if I want to go to sleep. I done had 3 cups of coffee. I might get ready to have 4. Alright, so Jazzy, give me a holler tomorrow. I just gotta do some casting and or look at some of the submissions or see how many came in because I don't think I'm not looking at them yet, but I'm just seeing how many came in, and then yeah, some of my plans are gonna end up changing because of what what happened. All right, Rachel, yeah, do that. Please call me. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get no sleep though, and I'm good with that because I'm just this painting is taking my mind off of it, but you know how it's like you can't escape the reality of things. So at some point you gotta let it do what it do. I just hate, you know, I've seen people go through it and then when everybody left, they by themselves, and I try to keep calling and stuff like that, and that's I think what I kind of dread, like where my headspace is gonna be at when everybody's gone, or when people, you know, they'll call and everything, but eventually life do what it do, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Not that I don't have a lot of, you know, stuff to do preparing for this play, but that's probably why it's a good thing I have the play. You know what I mean? Alright, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for joining me. You could have been any place else, but you decided to spend that time with me, and I appreciate it. I know I don't have to tell y'all to like and subscribe, but I'm going to tell it to the people who are watching this later. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'm sorry, that screaming that you hear, my granddaughter is playing video games. But yeah, thanks for, you know, stopping by. And I'll see you soon. This is Andrea, and I'm just making art.